Hey guys, so today I'm doing my March and April wrap up. I didn't do a wrap up in March because I hardly read any books, and I read a few books in April, so just combine them together and tell you what I thought. Oh, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I am going to VidCon this year. I'm really excited to meet some of my favorite YouTubers and just be at VidCon. I just think it's gonna be really fun and hopefully see a bunch of booktubers. And if any of you guys are going, let me know. So the first book that I read in March I don't have with me, but it's just the little novellas from Delirium. It's Hannah, Annabelle, and Raven, and it's just 3 little short stories from the Delirium world. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay. My favorite of the stories was probably Hannah's. I really liked her. If you've read the series, it's definitely worth reading, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world. The next thing I read was on my mom's iPad, and it's the first thing I've ever read on like an iPad or anything like that, an e-reader, and it is Welcome to the Shadowhunter Academy, the first one by Cassandra Clare, and it's just a short story from the Shadowhunter world, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I love anything from the Shadowhunter world. It was just really fun to be back into that world, and those are the only 2 things that I read in March. I really didn't read much. But the first book that I read in April was On the Fence by Cassie West. I also don't have it with me. I have it lent out right now, but I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it. It's just a really short, fast contemporary, and I liked it from the moment I started reading it. It just like hooked me in, and I just wanted to read it all the time, and it really got me out of my reading slump. And it is about a girl named Charlie, and she's not very girly or anything. She's pretty much a tomboy, and she's grown up with her brothers and her dad, and her mom passed away when she was young. And then she has a next door neighbor, I think his name is Brendan, and he's like been best friends with the family forever. And then they start to explore their feelings for each other, and it's just really, really cute. If you like contemporary and you're looking for something fun and fast to read, then I would highly recommend it. The next book that I read in April was Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It is one of my new favorite books. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to read more Colleen Hoover. This is a new adult book, so it's like young adult but with some more mature topics. It pretty much just has more sex, and the characters are a little bit older. They're more early 20s, mid 20s, around that age range. And this is about a girl named Tate who is in nursing school, I believe, and she moves in with her brother, and she meets the boy that lives across the hall from her brother, who's also friends with her brother. And then they're attracted to each other, but it's like complicated, so they decide to have a friends with benefits relationship. It just all plays out from there. I would highly suggest this book. I just love it. This is the second standalone book that has ever made me cry. The only thing that I would say about this is if you're younger or if you are not comfortable with sex scenes, then you probably do not want to read this. The next book that I read in April was Champion by Marie Lu, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it more than Prodigy, but definitely not as much as Legend. Legend was definitely my favorite of this whole series. This one was really entertaining because a lot of stuff happened, but there was just something missing from it for me. I don't know what it was, but this is just a dystopian series about a girl named June who is like super smart, and then there's a boy named Day who is like the most wanted criminal in this society, and they meet and everything goes on from there, and there's action and romance and like war and everything, and it's just really cool. And if you like dystopian, then I would definitely suggest you to pick this up. The thing that I didn't really like about this one was the ending. It was just kind of unsatisfying for me. And then the last 2 things that I read in April were both little novellas or short stories or whatever. The first one was The Lost Herondale, which is the second in the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it, but I didn't like it as much as the first one. If you like the moral instruments, then I would highly suggest you read these, but do not read it until you were done with City of Heavenly Fire. And then the last thing I read was Life Before Legend by Marie Lu, which is a short story from the Legend trilogy, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it, didn't love it. It was just really short, so it's kind of hard to rate it. It has one little part from Day and then one little part from June, and they're both set before Legend, and it was really cool to see them like young and just it was fun. I liked it. If you have read the Legend trilogy, then I would suggest you check it out. But yeah, those are all the books that I read in the last 2 months. Leave me a comment below and let me know what books you read, or if you've read any of these, what you thought of them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! The next book that I read in April was On the Fence by Cassie West, and it is about, what is the girl's name? Charlie? The next book that I read, hey guys, so today I am doing my April. If you have a suggestion of what Colleen Hoover I should read, which is about a girl named in the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy series, but in the